Wait, hello? Okay, I hope this is working now. Yep, hi. Very midday stream indeed. I am, uh, well, what am I even doing? I'm supposed to be cleaning today, but, I got really distracted and I was like, I was like going through like my old stock of like drawing papers, so like watercolor papers, marker papers, drafting materials, and all sorts of stuff. And I've been cleaning since the morning, so I'm like, I have had enough. I am not gonna continue for now. And later I'm going to go work out, so I thought I should just chuck some time into like some drawing today. So like I do have a couple of things that I need to do regarding art, and I'm gonna use On Together to do some stuff. So what I can do on this game is that I can make a to-do list. Ooh. Okay. I have basically I have the Ren Fair Chinese New Year art. What is that game? On Together. ON dash together. So it's a bit like Go, like GOGH. It's more of like a productivity game of sorts. You earn points by AFKing while making your character do stuff, and then you get like a bunch of like customizable parts. It's super cute. Estuary and Zoo are on it. We have like a bunch of things that I want to do today. So I have the Ren Fair art to do, but I want to do one more thing. I want to complete this Valentine's doodle. After playing the Valentine's event on FF14 the other night, I had this idea. Oh, Genya was using it too? Yeah. We dragged him in. And then I wanna do some thumbnailing for Kaito's 20th for Kaito 20, yeah. So my favorite Vocaloid Kaito is having like a big like a celebration campaign kind of thing. Hosted by the company. Because it's his 20th anniversary. I'm fucking old. And so I want to draw something and I want to submit it. I'm like I intend to draw and join like a bunch of like all these like campaigns this year. I've already done one for Square Enix Music earlier last month. So yeah, I intend to do more. Quite excited actually. 20th. Can you believe it? It's like he came out in 2006. I got into Vocaloid in 2009. So 3 years after he released, I found out about Vocaloid. Which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, whoa. Oh man. 2009, but I fully like jumped into it in 2010 and 11, I think. 2009 was like the start of my weeb phase. Like, I've discovered like the existence of communities revolving around anime. And like the subculture that like surrounded it at that point of time. You were 3 years old then. What, 2009? Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm just gonna start working on this because it's like the Valentine doodles, because this is the most chill of all of them. Let me There we go. Where did I put this? You were 2 in 2009. What? What? You're an 07? You're an 07? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jeez. Jeez, where am I? Where am I? Where are we, guys? Oh dear. I'm just kidding. I'm happy. I'm happy to like exist in your in the last few years of your teens. If oh man. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring out a 3D model. Because I'm just not getting the pose right for some reason, and I'm a bit lazy to look up something on. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should be looking something up on like Pinterest. So let me do one real quick. Usually Pinterest, if you turn off the AI filter, is less horrid, less disgusting. So, and I do have like a lot of stuff in there. So like over the years, I've been using this since like what 8 years ago. So I'm like, it's a bit hard for me to move away from Pinterest. Where are all my pose references? Let's see, drawing poses. The most unk in est. Oh my god. Just hit AI slop. Yeah. Thankfully, you can turn it off, and it does a decent job. Like, not everything gets filtered away, but it's still like good enough for me, I think. I'm gonna be 20 in 2 years. Welcome to adulthood, by the way. Also, don't remind me I'm like the oldest in the estuary. I'm older than Ginya by a month, unfortunately. I think P and I are about like 5 months apart. Yeah, I used it the other day to make a mood board. It's like 90% non-AI. Yeah. You can get these decent stuff. Oh my god, I found exactly what I needed. Oh, this guy is so beaten up. What the hell? What's wrong with him? Okay, so I wanted like a ref of someone like wiping their face, and this was like the first thing that came out. Hold on. There we go. He's so beat up. Like, geez, you okay, my guy? That's a P the same age as y'all? Yeah. It's quite a coincidence, right? You think about it, like none of us went to the same school, none of us were in the same neighborhoods, and somehow or another we somehow just found each other through like, well, I met Ginya online actually on FF14, and then through some mutual friends and people that I don't really hang out with, but like I just know. Well, we got to know P, so yeah, like the three of us are just born in the same year. Singapore is small, maybe but I do feel like our the people born in the same year as us, we tend to have like similar vibes in a way. So maybe that's how we kind of like came across each other in the end. One day I was on Pinterest looking for wallpaper, and then I stumbled on paper cutouts of Hatsune Miku and fell down a rabbit hole. Paper, oh my god, paper dolls. I admittedly I was into a paper doll phase. So like, you know, like the ones with the big hits and like the Damboru kind of bodies, the cardboard kind of bodies. I made every single Vocaloid available back then, even like Gumi, Teto, uh, the derivatives of Miku, Neru, um, Gakupo, Kaito, Meiko, Rin, Len, Luca. Yeah, all of them. I had a whole box full of paper dolls actually. I haven't had like one box full of the Minecraft paper crafts. I posted it in Discord. Let's see. I think I saw it the other time. Was it? I feel like I saw it. Can you not? Can you not say that? Damn it. Lane. When you get here, you won't want to be here. But honestly, I don't feel any different than I was. Maybe like, okay, mentally maybe I've matured a lot, but like I don't feel any different than I was maybe in like when I was 23, maybe like a good 5 years ago. I don't feel that different. I feel like COVID really did a number on us to like put a gap in our growth. As unfortunate as it is. This guy is so skinny compared to like Ginya's wall. Ginya's character. It's a bit hard. But we'll make do. Are we comparing ages? Lane is about to offend you greatly. That's what I'm gonna say. Definitely feel the jump from my teens to my 20s though. Body ain't working the same. Once you hit 25, you get like all the debuffs known to man. You start to feel like all of your sins that you committed during your teens and the years before catching up to you once you hit 25. It's like your body is finally like, no more excuses. You are a full-grown fucking adult. Stop fucking around. Get your ass together. And then it's just like, whoa! And yeah, you just go through like a whole bunch of shit. Anyway, hi! You guys are early, by the way. I'm surprised that you guys are even here. Not that I don't appreciate the company, but like, holy shit. You guys are alive on a weekday at this hour. On which? Ooh, you can see the little like muscle doing the twist over here. It's so cool. Just wait till you hit 30. It's worse. 7 hours of my sleep on my body ceases to function. Correct, same. Have you ever slept in your lectures in front of your lecturer and thought you were awake? I've slept in front of my lecturers and they both thought that it was either or. They would think that I'm awake or I'm fully asleep and they wouldn't care. I have been called out for it though. Like some of them, they will be like, "Hey, do you want to go and wash your face?" And I'm like, yeah." My bad. Some are really nice. Some are like a little passive aggressive. They're just like if you guys are so disinterested, why don't you just get out? And I'm like, it's not that I'm disinterested. I'm just kind of tired. I slept in my lectures and my benchmate himself didn't know I was asleep. Oh yeah, yeah, that happens. That happens. I feel like there's like one way where you can kind of sleep. Like you will look mildly stressed, but at the same time you can get a bit of a shut eye. It's like when you put your hand, like you make an L with your hand, like your thumb and your index, and you put it like against your forehead, and then you just like kind of lean on it, like on the table, and then you just like, it looks as if you're like looking at your papers or something, but you're just shielding your eyes from the lecturer seeing that they're actually closed. So that's what I do to sleep in my lectures. I'm just like, I will look extremely stressed, but I'm actually taking like a huge snooze, you know. You kind of like it because it's a thrill, dude. I don't know. I'll never know how that feels because I have anxiety. Okay, let's see whether I can clean this up a little bit nicer. I'm trying not to be too clean, but at the same time I have like a bad habit of just like concentrating a bit too much on like on how polished it is, and then it turns out super clean and doesn't quite work out as like a quick drawing. It's not as presentable. It doesn't have the charm. So I'm trying to get over that. I want to do more doodles, but I'm so used, like the past year I've been just trying to like grind out really polished work. So now when it comes to like doodling, it's just like it doesn't come very naturally to me. It's just like I tend to fall back into like the workflow of like, oh, this has to be really polished and stuff like that. But speaking of like sleep and all of that, um, I think I have gotten to a point where if I really pull like an all-nighter, I'm not able to survive anymore. Like the next day, I'm just dead. Like dead. But like noon, I'll be so cranky, really falling asleep where I stand. I can't do anything about it. is I like my body really shuts down. It's just so horrible. Reminds me I've recently been liking a lot of cello music when I write my mystery stories. Ooh, what kind? Is it like the Yo-Yo-Ma kind, or like that Korean cellist, or like those like epic orchestral types with the cello as the main? I used to play the cello, so and I played in an orchestra as well. So like I do love a good cello track. Honestly, I really love I used to love the piano guys because my man's the cellist is just so fucking good. From the Wednesday series, and then I got into 1 hour cello music orchestra. Oh. Yeah, I just usually I listen to the piano guys, and then what else? What other cellists do I admire? Oh, I used to watch this composer's work when she posted on YouTube. Sarah Sachner. She composed a bunch of video game music, and she used to post covers of her playing on like the violin and the cello and blah blah on YouTube. I think she removed some already, so it's no longer there. If you like rock, if you like rock music, or like some like improvisation on the genre with like classical instruments, this is not the cello, but oh my god, I'm not sure if you have heard of Lindsay Sterling. She's like one of my favorite violinists, really popular back then. Oh my god, Rosan, good morning. Kiss, the rock band, yeah. I don't listen to the stuff though, but I do know. I enjoy a good rock track where there's electric guitars, like electric guitar leads with a violin lead. For some reason that really tickles my brain a lot, and I'm like, whoa, this is peak, you know. I guess because of my classical upbringing, in a way where like I learned a lot of classical music, but like my personal taste is in rock, so like I guess it's a good combination of both. The hell is this hand formation? It's a song called I Was Made for Loving You. Oh, okay. I'll take note. I'm excited to hit the gym today. But I realized like I still can't put any load on my wrist, which is ass. So I feel like I'm going to be bound to like a cardio, like a running machine or some shit, like a treadmill or. Thighs are dying from spring cleaning. Oh my god, for real. Chinese New Year is probably one of the worst times in the year. I'll be so real. It's like the most productive time of the year, but it's also like one of the worst times of the year because it clashes with so many things that I want to do. And obviously, like right now, like I'm just freshly out of a job, so like I have a lot of things that I need to do actually. I need my income, so with like Chinese New Year rolling around, I have to like push all of like those plans back. Like I can't take any more commissions until after the festivities because I know I just can't deliver until afterwards. So busy with like rearranging everything and like cleaning, preparing, buying stuff. My God. Same as Ramadan. Same for the new. Yeah, it is. It is. I think they share a great deal of similarities. I think there will be one year that Chinese New Year will overlap with is it Hari Raya? I'm not sure. This year, really? Is it this year? Oh, then it's gonna make everywhere so much more crowded. Actually, like I hate Chinese New Year because it's so noisy and it's so crowded everywhere. Like compared to all the other festivities that happen locally, but like oh my god, if you put two together, his hand is so fucked up. I remember Grab Uncle telling me, hey, next year Raya and CNY clash, you have to fight your Muslim colleagues for leave too. Oh! 18 to 20. Oh. Yeah, it is kind of lining up. Chinese New Year is on the 16th of this month. Oh, I don't like how this arm is turning out. It's been a while since I've done like studies. Um, so even references can be a little bit tough to follow. That's okay. It'll come together eventually. It'll look right after I address other things. Ugh. I'm gonna take some creative liberties on the hand because I don't think it. While it looks good in a photo, sometimes like references, when you draw it out, they just don't look good in a drawing because it doesn't like go in a shape that like fits well with the rest of the drawing. You get what I mean? This doesn't look pleasing. You gotta be very selective about what you follow. I just sit my ass down sometimes for studies. No, for real. I was thinking like, because now I have so much free time, I might go out just to do like people watching and do like studies. It's like, I don't know, my newfound freedom, I'm like doing whatever the fuck I want to do at this point. And it's really been a while since I've done that. I used to do that in like secondary school. And during my polytechnic days. Right, right. All of us used to do that when you have like a lot of time. Didn't need to think so much about putting food on one's plate. Where where is Tora Orar's hair going? This fucking K-pop ass looking hair. So this doodle is quite funny because like I thought of like a role reversal kind of thing. Because normally, Ginya's character is like the top in the relationship, and he's like the caretaker. He's the older brother caring kind, which Ginya really likes. But on the contrary, my character is the impulsive, short-fused one who's a little bit reckless and very independent. So, like, he's normally depicted as like this like bottom that needs to be cared for all the time. And like I think over the years it just got kind of grown old on me. It's like it's a little like I you know, he has I want to put more personality in him than like just like being like this like little like helpless bottom guy, even though like he's also a fighter. I'm not sure. The BL tropes, they go very hard these days, and my eyes have been opened. I do like a little spice and a little like role reversal. Not in a way like their switches or anything, but like I was thinking like, oh, what if my character is the one that's like he's still short fuse, but he's the one taking care of the situation. And then Genya's OC is like really helpless in like certain things. I think that would be kind of funny. OC character development, for real. I don't think I've ever done a very good job with like OC creating and like selling the idea of the OC. It's more of just I draw when brain cell go brr, and and most of the times I think it's not the most presentable, so most people don't understand what it is unless I explain it. So I'm trying to do a little better in that aspect. Gonna try. I'm gonna zoom out and just like the arm. I think it can just be enlarged a little bit. Okay, in the ref, what's happening is that the hand is like against the face, and there's a bit of a squish. Whatever makes you happy, this is supposed to give you the de-stress. No, you're right, you're right. I get stuck on which clothing for my OCs. Like writing a story for my own manga, then I get stuck with what he's gonna wear. Honestly, if you give them the most, if you have a story for them, you give them the most like comfy fits. I think it's, or whatever matches the mood. I think that's good. Because I tend to like make a lot of OCs like in like a character design kind of way, where it's like appealing in a singular pose, and then once I want to write a story for them, it's so hard because where am I gonna fit the wings, or where am I gonna fit the horns in this frame? You know, like it's gonna be blocking every single thing. Like the problem with like our FF characters is that because they have horns and it looks cool in like a fight scene or like in cutscenes and in game, because you know it's a 3D model. When I want to draw them, it's so difficult. Like I can't make them kiss because most of the time their horns are poking each other in the eye. You know, like though canonically, in game, like their race, they kiss by rubbing their horns together, which is really fucking cute. But you know, like sometimes you just want a really good deep kiss. At least you also get to touch grass and have a husband. I also draw one time and then they're back stuck in my basement. I get it though. I have a bunch of OCs that like I've never introduced. Maybe one day I can do like a let's draw all of the OCs that I've forgotten kind of stream. I think that'll be pretty funny. I have dug out a bunch actually, like of old drawings like earlier, because I was clearing out my old sketchbooks and my old papers and stuff. I have a lot of loose paper with like OC doodles on them ever since like secondary school, which is more than 10 years ago actually. Oh my god, it's been more than 10 years ago. Anyway. And this one is in the basement since day 2. When was day 2? Wait, you need to elaborate. When was day 2? If you make it OC, it's always for a story. That's nice. Sometimes I'm just like, I would really like a character that looks like something. And then I just make it. And then I don't think so much. would also say like the kind of exposure you have to art will like greatly affect like how you approach making OCs and like where you come from when when you're like exploring like ideas. And I would say that unfortunately I really dislike the way I I've come to like conjure my ideas. I'm not sure why. I'm just dissatisfied. You know, like um I know a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, this is my OC, and then they can make like really compelling like illustrations for them, or like super cool comics, or like just a one frame or like a one picture kind of thing that explains so much about the character. And I think it's a problem. It's like a trained skill, but that is like something that I would like love so much to crack, like the logic behind. Because like, how do you do that? The hell, I can't do that. I'm good at designing clothes, and I'm good at like making characters look good, but giving them a good personality is a different thing altogether. Day 2 was 6 August 2020. Holy shit. It's been 6 years. It's been 6 years, Rosan. They're begging. It's okay. Some of mine have been in like the drawers for like the year was 2015. I had an obsession, and maybe I still do, with the concept of circus characters and like steampunk-ish kind of settings. And I just so love my characters with wings and horns. I think because a lot of the young adult books I read involved this kind of characters, so like naturally I would just kind of lean towards that kind of design. And I had like this little OC guy that had like horns and stuff. His like feet. Wait, no. Okay, so the horn guy was whoa, wait. Two characters are meshing into one. Okay. So I had one guy who's like part of a circus, and he looks normal until you look at his feet. And he basically has like pen nibs for feet. So like the fountain pen kind. And then the idea was that he's a dancer, and then he paints while like dancing. Or paints with ink, or draws with ink while dancing. So it kind of splashes stuff around. And then I had another OC where it was a horned dude who was supposed to be born with wings, but unfortunately he did not have the wings, so he was kind of outcasted. And he doesn't have a full body illustration too. Genuinely my bad. Maybe I should revisit this. Oh, you should! I think it's fun, you know, you can like, you start to think like, oh yeah, like, you can see like how much new ideas you can give, you can put into that concept. And you'll be like, yeah, I would have never thought of this, like, how many years ago. I'm very edge piece of shit. Lol. What? I've seen anything like badass. I love it. I was playing Mirage and I saw the genie costume and I was like, whoa, I need that. Bought it. That's cool. I mean, that's very normal too. I'm like, I'm a lover of edgelords, like to a degree. If it's too much, like yeah, like it needs to be toned down a little bit. But like, I do love like a tragic hero, like anti-hero. Someone who looks really badass, like could be the Arrow or like the I don't know, some like fallen angel knight who like could not, or else I don't know. A swordsman who could never reconcile with the fact that his best friend doesn't like him back. Or at the helm of war, they are unable to show their affection. And he is stuck eternally wanting and yearning. I don't know, man. I'm describing a very specific character. The shit OC must be so good at Splatoon. The ink feet one, yeah. I don't actually, I feel like that guy came about like around the time Splatoon came out, but like before I got into Splatoon, that was 2014. So that was before Splatoon released. Oh my god, I created like a Splatoon OC before like Splatoon came out. That's crazy. I remember because I just moved in and like Splatoon wasn't around yet because I didn't. That was like 2014, I think. End 2014. Splatoon came in like mid 2015. The only reason why I remember it because like there was the first console, the Wii U. That was the first console I ever paid for entirely by myself, with my savings, and it was solely to play Splatoon. And oh, the ungodly amount of hours I spent on that. Oh my god. Profit? No. I just had an obsession with ink. Ika does liking Shadow more than Sonic edgy. Yes, I do like Shadow a lot more. But Sonic has his own like edginess to him as well. He's like the whole like he has a whole cool guy kind of vibe, you know. I miss playing Splatoon 2 actually. The only reason why like I tend to like I go into bursts and then I stop is because I feel like playing it, I go back to playing it, and then I get kicked out and like banned because the internet connection on my Switch is so ass. Like I have pretty good internet, but for some reason the connection's always so bad, and then I get kicked out halfway, and it just dampens my mood, and I'm like, do I really want to play this? So I used to play a lot of Splatoon 1 because the connection was decent. But then once I got to 2 and 3 on the Switch, it was so bad. It's actually so bad. Hi, Rani. What's up? Good afternoon. I'm like putting Animal Crossing on hold because like I know once I get into that, I'm not getting anything done, and I can't afford that right now. Mayhaps when I go on my holiday, mayhaps I'll like bring my Switch with me this time. I don't know. So I'm planning like a little like runaway, run away for a month. Go go to Tokyo and just bum about a little bit and attend like Niji Fest and Design Festa. So I'm excited for that. But before that, I need to work my ass off. You never got to play one. You can come over and play one. I have my Wii U and it's still hooked up. If you want to try. I'm pretty sure it's still working because like I tried firing up the other time. I just need to charge it, I think. And like the Wii U, because it didn't ever release properly in Singapore, so like I had to get like the US version, and it uses the US plug, which is kind of funny. From all the controls, yeah, the gyro was rough. I think more importantly, the gyro was okay. I mean, it's kind of the same as the Switch, but more importantly, it was like the entire controller system. It was heavy because it's like the whole tablet thing. Salad bowl lunch. I answered jelly after carrying a box of 18 Origins home yesterday. Oh my god. You know what? Maybe that will be my gym workout. You know. I'm planning to go like work out later with Rosan. And like my wrists are already dying because I tried to do some push-ups the other day, and then I realized that maybe that's not a good idea because my wrist is still weak. So but I do have to help like Ika Mama carry a bunch of stuff later as well, so I'm a bit like, oh. Yeah, we have like what, Active SG, like it's so convenient. I love it so much. The lurking cause I'm playing Minecraft with friends. Have fun. On Splatoon 3, do you play docked or handheld? I play it docked mostly. Handheld. I feel like I need like the big screen because I'm so used to Splatoon 1's like I'm used to playing it like on my TV. So like I prefer to play it docked. Like, also because I have my Switch hooked up to my PC. So like it's just easier to play. I can just like slot it in and then I use it as my like on my monitor now. I don't use the TV anymore for any of my console games. My area no active edgy is sad. Ah, what's I play handheld? Oh, my whole body moved with me. Put on swivel chair. Yeah. I do enjoy it though. I played majority of the Splatoon 3's story mode while handheld. But I think when it comes to like when it comes to actual matches, I want to lock in, and then I want like the full like experience. You haven't finished story mode. Girl, what are you doing? I'm just kidding. Funny enough, the only solo mode I finished was Octo Expansion. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, my bad. I haven't finished Octo Expansion, but like I think it's because I had to stop because the whole gauntlet thing is really bad for my wrist. Like I couldn't play it for super long. You're so maternal, cool squid. What is maternal? Maternal? Hey Carl. I might need to look up that word. I'm not sure what that means. Doing stuff very early in the morning. Really? Is that the word for it? That's cool. Okay, never knew. So that's like the opposite of nocturnal, I'm guessing. It's French? Ah. Then I'm probably saying it horribly wrong. Probably saying it horribly wrong at the moment. My bad, my bad. You're correct? Oh, okay. Cool! Okay, I'm done with like Ginya's character. Woo! See, came together! Yippee! And I'm... hold on. Forgot about the things on the side of the chin. So the idea is that because of the Valentine's event in FF14, he comes out of like the whole cake decorating activity to save Valentine's, covered in sprinkles and toppings, bits of cream. So I'm gonna draw him like really going through it. Okay. I jumped seeing my wall on YouTube, the hell? Hey! Keeping my promise, I'm gonna work on this one. So do you want to hold like a anniversary, our marriage anniversary? anniversary on FF this year. We've ignored it for like the past couple of years. It's so funny. Oh no, but you won't be in town anyway. Never mind. Forget it. I don't think Inya will be in town to play Nor stream. Ah, shit. I hate Chinese New Year. But yeah, yesterday we had a pretty nice time. Went out with Ran, Dapi, and Ginya. Went to lock in at a cafe downtown. And oh boy, my wallet hurts a little bit, but like, that was a really nice cafe to lock in at. And I had like a melon soda float, which is rare in Singapore. It's something I usually go for like at least once when I'm in Japan, because I just like the aesthetic of it. I like how greens or like blue it is sometimes, with the cream, with the ice cream on top, and then the little like cherry. I just love the colors and the aesthetic so much. The taste too, of course. So yeah, I indulged myself a little bit yesterday because they had it at a cafe. And I wasn't so keen on having like caffeine. So it looks so cute. It is really such a joyful place to be. Never actually had it before. Really? I would say it's a bit like, it's a bit of a novelty, but it's one of the novelties that I enjoy. When I was in Taiwan, I had it a bunch too. They do have it there. Okay, I need to find my character in his raid outfit, because I wanna show that he just walked out of raid, walked out of fighting some big baddie, and then walked right into like the patisserie. Like in this one, like he walked right in. Wait. Like he didn't change clothes. He just walked right in, decided to fuck up the mammoths that were disrupting the cake decorating. Do I have a better image of this? I do so like his fit. Everything burns. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. Everything burns. Okay, go. Light it up, let's go. Light it up, let's go. I'm on fire, burning brighter than miss them, same. I'm pretty hard to touch you, just if you try. Everything burns. They do such a good job of just cutting off your wall's legs in every single shot. I'm trying to find an image of like his pants. Okay, this is as good as I can get, I think. And one more screenshot of the other side of him. Copy and paste. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait. I need to manifest the energy of a jobless person and start going at it again. Little guys in my head. Sometimes a little bit of absence, a little bit of stress, and the lack of something will bring back the feelings tenfold. And I think that's what helped me this time around. Okay, let me merge this into one so that I can... This is going to be so funny. Give me a moment. You need the mammoth's head in hand with the sparks flying off. Yeah, no, I'm fully about to do that actually, but I don't have a screenshot of the mammoths. Okay, let me look it up. Oh, there we go. They kind of look like this, but I remember the ones in the event are a little bit more pointy though. Oh, okay. They have the chef hats. Oh my god. Okay. I was going through all of the papers and stuff that I stored away earlier, and I threw away a bunch, but I found so much watercolor paper actually, and a bunch of I used to have like those like I would say drawing pads, but they're watercolor paper. So I didn't tear out the ones that I've already drawn on, so I found a bunch of like old stuff. And oh my god, truly, I could see which phases I was in. So I found some of my Overwatch phase where I drew Hanzo and Genji. Oh my god. That gotta be like 2016 or something. And then I found a more recent one. I think it was during COVID, but I had like a longer notebook, and the paper inside was watercolor paper, and they had more. They had FF14 sketches. I had like a couple of paintings of like Ishgard. I think we were doing this for like one of the stuff like the plein air. We want to do like plein air in game. So for those of you who don't know what plein air is, it's basically finding like a random spot and like of like an environment or something, typically done in real life. But some people like to use like Google Maps, or for our case we use FF14. So we went to a random spot in game and then decided to like paint like the environment. And the way it's spelled is PLEIN AIR, like AIR, so it's like plain air. But yeah, it was really fun. And recently I was, because there was like a sale at a local arts and crafts store, so everything was half, like 50% off, which is crazy, by the way. So Esteri and like some of my other friends, we went there and we bought like acrylic markers. So with my newfound passion in using acrylic markers, newfound interest in using acrylic markers, I was thinking that hey, I can actually do more plein air. So in conjunction of like people watching and stuff, I think like using acrylic markers might be a good way to like just like, you know, get quick sketches done. Like I found that like so I was testing it a little bit, and like yeah, I could do like simple headshots of like people or like characters within an hour or so. So it also makes like a pretty good option for on-spot comms if I ever wanted to do it at like cons again. It's been a couple of years though, like I've kind of stopped doing on-spot comms because like I've been solo boofing, and solo boofing makes it a bit difficult because I need to juggle like talking to like customers, sometimes friends who come around, and like organizing my stock and like doing stuff behind the booth when like no one's around. But because this year I decided to like, yeah, I want to renew my merch range to reflect like things I actually like, and my new interest in like certain aesthetics, so I wouldn't have as much merch on the table, and I decided to just booth with friends. And since I'll have friends around means I have more time to do on-spot comms, which is great. And I'll be so real though, they actually pay a lot better. It's like I can just do like a few quick ones and like I can get it done within the con, and it earns me like a good amount actually. Like if I price myself like reasonably, price my art reasonably. MX site. Yeah. Dojimar. I'm thinking if I want to do more conventions this year. I mean, because like I'm actually out of a job, but a lot of the applications were very early in January, before I got the news, and like the events are all the way in like October. So I could not be sure whether I was free or not. And then now I'm like, oh shit, the chance has passed. Rosan, if you need a booth main. uh-huh. And I'm thinking like I probably don't want to do it for EOI. EOI looks a little... the past couple of times I've done it, like the profit margins aren't great. But for other events like in between, like I was thinking of trying arcade if like once I get a better selection of merch that I can show for applications. Yeah. I will be boothing again at Maker's Quest this year, hopefully. The applications aren't out yet. I'm not sure of the details, and I don't know if I still have the favor of being like a friend, but so I'm not sure if 100% I'll get a booth there. I've been kind of out of like the FF14 community for a while now, so like I'm not sure if like people kind of like remember me. But hopefully they do. But I want to try. There are a couple of other events that are pretty good, I would say. Uh, Maybe Domini. I don't know. Domini will be at the end of the year, really near the end of the year. But yeah, coming back to boothing is just like a oh dear kind of moment. Like it's not that I hate it. It's more of like a needing to rely on this is not good because it's just not sustainable. It's more of like a I can do it as a hobby and I get like a bit of pocket money, which is nice. But it's just not like it's not a good source of money unless you're very intent on like you know, the branding aspect and like making it like a business. But for me, I'm like way too attached to like the things that I draw and like the things that I really like to have that kind of fulfillment that is sustainable. I know beggars can't be choosers, but at the same time, it's just like I think art is. I think I come to accept, like, art is kind of way too personal for me for it to be like scaled for the masses, if that makes any sense. Hmm. So I'm gonna try to see if I can draw him like flicking off, like what's a flicking off like cream or something. draw the arm kind of swinging backwards a little bit, maybe. Okay, so he'll be grabbing like one of the mammoths. What's the most recognizable part of the mammoth? Is it the head? Grab it by the hat, actually, wait, circles are so hard. He's so cruel. Oh man. Cute. Yeah, this is very moe of him. I agree. It ain't going so well for this guy. Oh, thank you, Carl. I keep forgetting you don't have autosave. Yeah. Because sometimes I do work on like different versions that I don't wish to save over, and sometimes it really does like it messes with my file. And if I get used, I had this like mindset where like if I got too used to autosave, if I ever have to, uh, you know, transfer over to another software that doesn't have autosave, I'm so screwed. If I start drawing on CSP, I'm screwed. Why? Is it the quality of life? To use your autosave? Oh. You can set it though, I think. I just prefer not to because I'll get over-reliant on it. You're so overwhelmed by everything on CSP. Come, let me help you with that. Damn. Hey, Hakon. Ika-sensei. Hi, yeah, afternoon stream. Recession indicator. Sorry. Like, every time, mild inconvenience or like change of like routine, I'll just pull out the recession indicator line. Like, it's just oh my god, look at the difference between the both of them. Not the recession indicator. I think, honestly, whenever someone tells me like, oh, the CSP is overwhelming, like I totally get it because it has a lot more than your typical like get on the app and draw kind of software. I completely get it, and uh the reason why they have just so much like on screen all the time, I feel, is because like when the Clip Studio was still known as Manga Studio, I feel like this was a lot worse. It was a lot worse back then, where you really had like very little control over like your workspace and everything. So I think what made it easier for me was when I was able to like install like custom workspaces. So if you go to like I don't think you guys can see it actually, but if you go to like window on the top bar and you go to like workspace, if you can just go to illustration, or there are people on like the asset store who upload their own workspaces, and there are some that are like super simple, like the bare essentials that that mimic other software. So I started out with like a Photoshop illustration in Photoshop kind of layout for my workspace, done by someone long time ago, and then because I think I was mainly on like start from Paint to Sai and then jump to Procreate. Oh yeah. I used to be on, I trained on Paint to Sai actually back then. So I went from Paint to Sai, then I went to Photoshop because of school, and then I transitioned over to Procreate and CSP at the same time. So when I was using my iPad, I realized that I couldn't really do line art in Procreate for some reason. I just didn't like the feel of the brushes in Procreate. And I was so used to being able to paint with Photoshop brush. So only CSP could mimic that feeling. It's a very specific like pressure setting and like opacity setting that for some reason I just couldn't get Procreate to like recreate. So I ended up using CSP a lot, and at a point of time, because I was used to Photoshop, so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just get used to like a Photoshop kind of like setup. And then I think over time it just really grew on me. I think that was back in like 2017, I think. I bought CSP in 2017. But I only started to use it a lot more often in 2018, 2019. So whatever you see on my screen right now is like probably something you would not see when you first start up like CSP. Like I think the default window looks a lot different. Couldn't recreate my SAI brush on Procreate 2. Somehow I've just forced myself to use it. No, same. I completely get the feeling. I bought a PC CSP but ended up not using it because I got intimidated. Oh no! It's so good though! I must say, I truly enjoy. I have found a few brushes that could mimic like the painting experience on CSP. Wait, let me show you one that it's really the CSP, the Paint Tool SII brush. Oh my god, I have so many fucking programs. So like oh my god, in Paint Tool, what I like to do was like, for example, I'm painting skin or something, right? So okay, so I started with this color, and then it was very blocky, very painty kind of style. And I like it when brushes have like, if you put pressure, it has like a hard edge. And then if you just like use lesser pressure, you can blend it out like this. I'm not sure you guys can see it. See it like this. So for example, when I want to layer colors on, I just have to like, damn, and then I just blend it out. Like this is how I painted in Paint Tool side, and I could not get this to replicate in Procreate. It was even harder in Photoshop, but Photoshop has like this, like the default round opacity brush, which I love to use to line, because I set it at about like maybe about 50% opacity all the time. So for example, I'm like drawing layer. So I'm like doing sketches and stuff like that. And then let's just do like a quick one. Okay, wow, Ikemen. So in Photoshop, the way I colored was a little bit different. So like I would do this. And then I will just layer the values on with the same brush, in a sense. Kind of like that. And because of the opacity of it, like I can build up the colors. Like this, I was using black at the start, but it's actually kind of like a dark gray. So it will only get like really dark if I go over like several times. So this was like how I painted in Photoshop. And then now CSP, because like they have literally both the brushes that I loved to use from like all these different programs. It's like everything coming together for me, you know. It's like just so easy to transfer between the two. So I can have like, I can go back to that side brush and just go over it. I'll be like, wow. Oh, maybe not the best representation of it. So I'll go to color, lay down the color, clip it. Why is it only doing that? Why are you only doing that? Yeah, maybe something like that. And then this is so rough, Lamo. And I just start like painting in. It's so fun to find like the soft edge and rough edge with like this brush. I freaking love it. It's just the way that I used to paint. It's just like a hot pen. We use pen pressure. I get it. Like I typically use those for like sketches. Like for example, like this kind. Like this one has a bit of like a taper and like a texture to it. But I used to do sketches with like those like hard pixel brushes. And those were like really fast, like thumbnailing and stuff that I need to do for school. Nowadays I don't really do so because like it's a bit harder to clean up, in my opinion. But yeah, those are really handy. I do like them too. As once I master CSP, then they will know. No, for sure, they will know the power of Rosun. Yeah. Oh my god. Just love. I just so love this brush. It's not super great for like if you want to get like clean details in, but like if I just want like, you know, quick strokes in and like the values and the colors to mix to get like a more cohesive color palette, you know, this is the go-to. This is the boy. Yeah. Oh wait, I forgot to add in like the little like smears of cream. It's like the ones that are gonna go on him look more like blood spatters than it's like he had to rush. And then the one you see on like Torah is like I'm so surprised though, like I never came across Rosan before. Like before getting to meet you in this current group, like I'm surprised that I never really like knew about you. Since you were involved in art for a decent amount of time. Locally as well. Like I think I really just don't mingle or too shy mostly. No. Okay, you know what? Maybe it was for the better. Maybe it was for the better that you didn't meet me in the early days. TM. It's like now, sometimes I think that I can be a bit obnoxious or like a bit annoying when it comes to art. And like, and I've toned it down a lot, but if you were to like meet me like maybe 10 years ago, it would have been a very different story. fate brought us together. Real heart emoji. So we're just really pleased with the way like the contrast turned out. Ah! Oh man, I love them. Love them so much. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad the message came across. They're so silly. They're so silly. Ah! I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. $10 years ago, since when you all started boofing and drawing? I started in 2014. It was during examination period. Major examination period, actually. I don't know what I was doing, man. Crazy decisions in my life. 2017. Whoa. Whoa, 2017 was the year I went for an internship in Nagoya. It was a very busy year, I think. But yeah, I started out at Dojima in 2014. I think that was like the first or second year at Dojima. It was held at Skate, and it was outdoor. So it was kind of warm. I remember doing like my homework at the back of the booth. And like the stuff that I drew were like Haikyuu and Tokyo Ghoul. And a bit of Legend of Zelda, I think. I remember I sold like a Kaneki print and like a Uta, I think. Took so long to start because I was insecure about selling my art for the longest time. Man, but I getcha. It's like one of those like if no one buys my art, I'm gonna kill myself, like right there. I think for me, I had like this like overconfidence in some ways, because I was so active in like the online community that I knew that like I could get some attention, and I was so greedy for it. As insecure like 16-year-old, I was like, yeah, I could totally do it. I may not make back all the money, but I'm sure I can make back some, and that would be fine, you know. Which gives you a hint as to how annoying I was back then. Okay, whatever, don't start now, then when am I gonna do it? No, for real. I had that thought, but like, unfortunately, that thought came to me in like major examination year, by the way. If you know 16 years old what we are doing in school, like like what are we doing? I remember like I had to rush because I was preparing for the O-level art examinations, so we had to like submit like prep boards of like I think A2 size for the examinations, and the exam was in like 2 parts. So there's like you had to submit prep boards for your pre-examination piece, and then you had to submit prep boards for your actual examination piece. So like you had to submit like 2 sets of prep boards. So I was working on my pre-examination piece and its prep boards. I did a digital piece, but I had a lot of like traditional work put in as well. So like I remember finishing like maybe like 2 pages worth of like my digital like examination piece, and then rushing down to Bras Basah to get stuff printed. Like Sunshine Plaza and then I would sit at the National Library to work on merch. So like my day would start out in school at like 6:45 a.m. and then I would be like done with. I would sit in the art room in class, like in the art room class for like maybe about 2 to 3 hours after school. So maybe around 4 I'm done, and then I'll run down to downtown to get my stuff printed, and then I'll sit around until like 8 or 9 to finish like my merch. and then I'll go home. And that was like for several like days a week coming up to like dojima. And that was dojima in like August or September or something like that. It was so close to like the examinations date. I was like, what am I doing? I randomly applied for it not thinking that I would get the booth, but I did. Yeah. And I remember it was like prelims soon, and I was just so tired and so like so burnt out that I think on the day of my science prelims I passed out. Actually, I was like blue. I was blue as I was entering the school compound, and like I think I think people saw me and they were like, wait, you look severely unwell, you need to go and rest. So like they brought me to the sick bay, and then like my teacher was just like, there is no way you are doing the prelim exams today, you can't, you literally can't. I'm like, but I studied for it. um and then once I was like, so I slept a bit in the med bay, and then I I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm feeling better. So I got up, and then you know what the first thing I did? I went back to the art room. I didn't I didn't go home. I didn't go for my exam. I went to the art room, and I continued working on my O level art prep. Oh my god. Crazy time of my life. I was like really depressed at a point too. Like it was just I was everywhere. I was everywhere. Dude, the workaholic and you, yeah, like, evidently some things never change. Evidently, um, and somehow I still don't have a job, Lamal. But yeah, like it was tough. I would say like secondary school, but I think it all paid off in the end because like somehow, even though like the education that I received was like kind of ass. Um, like my school had zero like they after my cohort, I think they stopped art entirely. Like they no longer offered it because like the teachers were retiring and like they weren't getting any more teachers in to teach art. But even during the time that I was like taking taking it as a subject, like we didn't have guidance whatsoever. Like our teachers just weren't that great. Um, so I winged a lot of it. Like there was no guidance in like even the digital piece I was doing. Like everything was like self-taught. Watercolor, everything. Like they only taught us how to paint with poster color, and even then it wasn't like great. Um, a lot of it was just like, oh, this looks wrong. This shouldn't be like this, and then they don't really show you how to do it. It's just like, what the fuck. Um, my teacher just knew how to like insult us, I guess. Typical art student experience. But yeah, like simply put, nothing was really constructive. And I wasn't doing too great in my studies either, I think. Like I remember I think art was like art, English, the English language and literature were literally my best subjects. Um, I was failing every single other subject. And I had to go for so many after classes um what did they call it? Remedial, and I had to go for tuition. especially for science and math. Like I wasn't a great student, but I used to be one. It was kind of funny because I think inherently, like me discovering that I want to pursue a career in media and arts, in like video game art especially, was like the downfall of all of my studies, because I realized that nothing I am studying will likely come in handy in my future, and I just lost all interest in studying. Like prior to that, like in earlier like lower secondary and like in primary school, I did absolutely well. Like I'm not a bad student, but because like my interest plummeted, right? I just couldn't find the motivation to continue studying like the subjects that I was forced to study. And unfortunately, like being a bad student in class doesn't mean that you get help. You get more likely you would get bullied for it, even by the teachers. Like they would say things about you, you know, they won't really be helping you. They would just be like, oh, you are just like a stain on my record, kind of thing. So that was where I ended up in like upper secondary, and it was like gravely traumatic for me, I think, because I've never been treated like that before. Like I was like the talk of like the office, like how terrible of a student I was. But I wasn't like really like mischievous or anything. I was just like a really lost child, I think. So but yeah, like I think, but after I realized that yeah, I was gonna aim for a games course, a game and art course. I put everything into art, and I put everything into my like writing skills, because I knew that would come in handy, right? So I applied for like early like interviews. So they had this like poly direct poly admission thing. So basically we had to do a write up on like why we want to join the course, and submit like a portfolio, and if we are selected from that, we have to go for an interview. And this would essentially bypass like your aggregate score. Like as long as you score like below like a 25 in your total like score for O levels, you'll be able to get in, because your slot is already secured. So I was like, yeah, since I'm so ass at my studies, you know, why not I try for this. And I scored it. I passed it really well. And that's how I actually got into into the games course. It wasn't true, like, but in the end I didn't score that bad either. I got like a 14 for my total score in O levels. It wasn't so bad. Direct school admission in it was known as direct poly admission in my day. It was DPA instead. I think it was known as DSA afterwards. Mine never offered art, but there was like so few of us that wanted to take it as an O-level subject, so I took it. Eventually dropped it too because teacher was shit. Oh, yep. I just feel like they didn't really. Maybe they were good artists, but they just weren't good teachers. You know, like I don't really know. But mine was neither. Like they could not do either. I just knew where to play my cards, and like, I guess like in a way I managed to. They didn't want me to take art actually in secondary school because it was some stupid ass reason. Okay, they said that like I can't take art if I'm not good at math. Like what? Like why? Why were you saying something like that? And they refused to let me take art actually, and I had to appeal to like the head of department for arts and humanities, and I had to go to the principal to ask for permission, and I'm like, please let me take art, you know. Yeah, like what the fuck the math got to do with anything here, you know, like. And they were like, oh, you're not good at science, so you can't go for like leadership programs. And I'm like, what the fuck does that got to do with anything? You know, it's like my school was weird like that. I hated it. Never going back there. Only visited once as an alumni, just to like, because for a really funny reason. So I think in secondary 3 or something like that, we had like art class, right? And I was like one of the O-level art students. I managed to get in after begging on my knees. Um, but we were all tasked to do like master studies. So I did like an acrylic painting of like this like one. Let me try to find it actually. Let me try to find the painting here in forest. Was it this? Ah, shit. It's like, it's impossible to find now because it's just like AI art everywhere, unfortunately. But anyway, it looked like a forest, an autumn-like landscape forest with a deer in it and like a hut in the background. It was like a master study. So after doing it, the teachers decided that actually it was really nice, but what they wanted to do with it was that they would give it as like a gift to a guest of honor, which so happened to be the Minister of Defense. The guest of honor for like our school's like annual like awards kind of thingy. Like they held like a big event where like all the performing arts would perform at, and like all the uniform groups would do some like marching and stunts and stuff like that. And then the guest of honor was like the fucking Minister of Defense of Singapore. And then I was like, okay, I mean, you didn't ask for my fucking permission, but they were like, yeah, you can't say no, you're just gonna give it to him. And I'm like, I mean, where am I gonna put it anyway? Sure, I guess. So, I was only asked to go back to my secondary school once because apparently the minister, bless his heart, was like, hey, there is no signature on the painting. I don't know who painted this, and I want the credit. I want the credit to go to like the artist who did this. So like the school rang me up. They're like, hey, so like we realized that your painting didn't have your name on it, and the minister actually wants a signature. Like he wants to know who the artist is. And I'm like, y'all fuckers never told him? Like there was like no tag on it? Like, okay, sure. I mean, fine, sure. So they invited me back, and then I went to like the teacher's office, and they were like, oh yeah, welcome back. You know, like how have you been? Like here's the painting. Like he passed it to us like a last week, and like he really wanted it. I'm like, oh okay. And then after I signed it, they were like, you want pizza? I'm like, sure. And this was my first time just like chilling in like the teacher's office, where like I was once like kind of like disliked. It was so funny. I was chilling with the discipline master, by the way. I sat in detention with her before. So I was just sitting there. I was like, chilling, like having pizza, like with my artwork beside me, and they were just like talking shit, like, oh man, that was like the crazy-ass day. But yeah, that was the only time I ever went back to that hellhole. Defense minister at the point of time, I think he was Eng Hin. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. But I kind of respected him, I guess. He was aight, I guess. As far as a politician can go. But it do be a time though. Really just like recalling all this stupid shit that happened. Like, oh my god. Why? It's like they're truly the mismanagement was like so great. Like, you know, my O-level piece was a digital comic, right? We weren't allowed to bring like the files home, so I had to store it in a thumb drive and like put it in a cupboard and lock it up before I left every day, and they would check. So like the teachers would actually have to check if like I brought it out. Um, and when we submitted it, like the entire thumb drive would like be given to the examination board, and technically we should be able to receive it back once like they're done with like marking all of like the examination pieces. But for some reason, somehow, my school managed to misplace my thumb drive. Like, thankfully, after the marking. So when I went back to sign the thing, I asked, like, "Hey, do you actually have my thumb drive?" And then the freaking HOD was just like, "Oh, we lost it. Like, we genuinely can't find it." And I'm like, "Fuck you." But sure, I guess. Thanks. Fuck you, genuinely. Your mom, bye. But yeah, what the fuck is correct? At a point in time, I was like so devastated. I was like, you mean I'm not getting that shit back? Damn, okay. I should have just made a copy somewhere, you know, fuck. Like, why was I such a goody two shoes? They would have never known, you know. There'll be like some deep hidden copy in my PC. Oh, and like, they never provided like PCs for us to use in the art room, and because it's like an examination piece, it has to stay in the art room. I can't go to like the computer lab, so like I had to bring my laptop in every day to school. They wouldn't let me leave my laptop there because like other students would be using the classroom. They didn't let me lock it up either. So yeah, I had to bring my laptop to school every day, and at that point of time, bringing a laptop, like most laptops, especially those that can handle like this kind of programs, would be like probably like a 3.6 kg and above. I had like a Asus ROG laptop at the point of time. I got it as like a birthday gift because my family realized that like hey, this kid has passion for like digital art, so like, you know what, let's just get him like a good laptop. So yeah, like that was very nice. But I had to lug that shit like to school all the time with the charger, by the way. So it was like more than like 3.6 kg. It was like the 5 kg every day, along with all my textbooks and my school books. Can you imagine? And we weren't. It's not like we weren't allowed to like keep our textbooks in school, but it's more like I needed it for studying and like to reference when I'm like doing my homework. So I had to bring the textbooks back, and those were like thick, okay? They were like at least like 1.5 inches thick because I was taking like pure sciences and like advanced mathematics, so they were freaking thick. And oh my god, they were so fucking heavy. So can you imagine I had like a laptop bag and like my textbooks in my hand and then like my backpack. And like the worst part I think was that like everything was so heavy every time. By the time like I reached school or I like reached home, my arms would be locked. Like I can't like unbend my arms because they were just so heavy, and I carried it for at least like 40 minutes to an hour to get home. Like my school wasn't near my house, so like I had to travel by walking, bus and train every day. Like that was hell. That was absolute hell. And the problem is that like the schools nearby, the aggregate scores just weren't where I could go to. This reminded me and my friend made a small rocket that was like theoretically could go up to 5 km up, and our college was near an airport, so they restricted the flying object. So the HOD asked to many ministers if we can fly, but they all said no, and said the last fuel in the rocket was like solid and rotted away rotted away and just used as a decoration. We were pissed that it was so scientifically beautiful and this happens. Ah, shit. Was there like no chance of like going out to somewhere that was like far away from the airport? They still said no. The hell. But well, I hope the papers like the research and the papers that you guys wrote would still prove useful though, because I don't know, it could come in handy one day. Like you can prove a concept to someone. It's like, hey, I built this. Well, while you couldn't see it work, paperwork still proves for something. I used to be involved in this thing called the Amazing Flying Machine competition. Um, it was held yearly by the Science Center in Singapore, and like all the schools, like they will get those students into groups, and you can like apply for like different categories of like flying machines. So like some people built like planes out of wood. Some people joined the paper airplane category. I did both. I at some point I built like one out of balsa wood, and then we launched it to see it just like fragment and die. And then I also joined the paper airplane one. Didn't get anywhere for that one, but the presentation we did for it, like based on like the concept and the idea of I can't remember exactly what we wrote on, but just based on the idea and like the way we presented levitation and not say levitation, what was it? Lift and thrust. We won an award for it, so that was fun. I was still told that I was like a shitty student. Thank you. Hello, me at work, so you're muted. I will alert. Okay. Okay. Let me type it out. Okay, I'm super happy with this actually. It came out really well. Yippee! I'm gonna try to like add like a backing to it so that it stands out a bit better. This will take a little while. And then I'll move on to something else. Ooh. But I do have a younger cousins who I'm really fond of. They're like my little brothers. I don't really have siblings, but my cousins are the closest I have. And they like to tell me about their little escapades. So currently they are like sailing out at sea, which is freaking cool. But what they actually studied in was like aerospace engineering. And I'm super proud of them. And they have told me like all the stupid shit that happens in the lab. Can't really recall very specific stuff, but he just says like, yeah, I literally built a rocket here. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, we can't fly it, but like, you know, in theory, we have it here, and we can teach it. So he has worked as like a teaching assistant before. It's kind of funny. And I think it makes a little more sense in Singapore if like we are not allowed to like fly any of these things, because like, you know, we are so tiny. If like anything goes kaboom, there will be a lot of damage within like the proximity. So like, you know, it's so dense and populated. It's nigh impossible, I feel. Prototype of that rocket that nearly burned our college. Maybe that was why. Uh, okay, cool. All right, let me open up something else to work on. Let's see, on our list, I'm gonna check the doodle. Yippee! And hey Kura, are you guys at work? Friend was ready to fire extinguisher. What shall we work on next? Stretching. Maybe I should work on the horse. Yeah, maybe I should work on the horse. It's been a while, so I'm like not super. I don't really remember what layers I was working on. Is this the... Okay, this is the Merlion guy. I'm just gonna name it Merlion guy. What is this? Oh, this is the horse. The horns. And this is like the overpaint. Okay. What is this? Flowers. So, a couple of days ago, I went out with my family to like a market, and because it's Chinese New Year, we have like a lot of flowers on sale. Like they really lay out like all like the fresh flowers and in pots and stuff. So I took a bunch of reference photos. So I'm gonna send it to myself in a bit. My model will pause. I'm gonna send it to myself, and I'm going to pull it out here as reference. Because I think they're just so nice. And since this is a local piece, I think it's only appropriate that we use like actual like local flowers. Not local flowers, but flora that exists here. Okay, I'm gonna set it to myself. Whoa, horse. Yeah, horse. Does this immediately go into my files? Let me see. Nope. Okay. Now that I have all the photos, I am gonna pull them out. Maybe I should make a new canvas for this. Oh no, I have a reference canvas for this painting. Hold on, give me a second. 2026. I don't know why, I just had a major deja vu moment. Holy shit. What the fuck? Oh, that's so weird. Oh. Whoa. Have you guys ever felt like that before? Like you realize you suddenly feel like, oh wait, I've been here before. The hell, I've seen this before. Having it right now. I'm not sure why though. So I have all these. I'm just gonna resize them. I'm just gonna slowly arrange them out. Look at them, they're so pretty. There's a lot of photos. Okay, let me just group all of these up and merge them. Yeah, okay. Maybe less texting on the canvas. Number of times. Oh, okay, you guys get it too. Try to do something different. No, yeah, right. CMI flower market always makes me happy. Same. So vibrant, so pretty. So I have all of these references here. Let me just pull them out to another window. You guys won't be able to see it anymore, but it just makes life a little bit easier for me. Just touch those willow plants, so furry. Yes, you know when when I was a kid, like my Ika Papa would like buy a bunch, and he would bring it home, and it's usually the kind where they still have like the little husks on them. So like you pinch the tip and then you just like pull it a little bit, and then like you were like unhusk the furry little thing. Yeah, like I would do that like all the time. It was so fun. It was like one of the things I looked forward to back then. I'm a little grossed out by like how there's like mismatch of like color on the fingers and like the fur. But we'll make do. So essentially what I'm doing here is that I'm just painting over the original sketch, like the rough, because I don't feel like lining this one. I'm gonna do it like roughly and try to clean it up as much as possible, like through just painting. We'll see how that goes. I feel like I harass them so much. Yeah, like sometimes I pull a little bit too hard and the whole thing comes off and I feel super bad. I'll be like, oh no, I messed up. And I see like the bunch that I pulled off like on the floor. I'll be like, oh, there's a bit much. There's like one too many. One too many that I've like ripped from the plant. Murder, yeah. I'm like, no, I didn't mean to. How can this be so? Okay, guys, I'm gonna take like a 5-minute break. I'm just gonna get water and go for a toilet break. I'll be right back. In the meantime, I'm gonna sit you through an ad. Okay. See you in a bit. Hey, sure, I'm back. So I went to get a snack. I might be heading off in maybe about half an hour. I'm gonna go to the gym. I got matisu. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of this. It's very popular in Southeast Asia, I think. I mainly like Malaysia and Singapore. Let me search it up for you guys. Matisu. It's also known as beteso. Uh, shall head off when you do too. Gonna take my own time. Yeah. So it's like a flaky pastry on the outside, and on the inside it's like a bit of a savory, goopy. Yeah, it's just savory and goopy. Kind of salty, kind of sweet at the same time. It's really nice. It's one of my favorite snacks. My grandma used to bring it back from Malaysia every time she visited. Like she used to go really often with like her sisters and like my grandpa. So she would used to like, bring back a bunch of snacks, and matisu will be one of them. Other snacks that she would bring back is like peanut cakes, um, uh, a bunch of like salt candy, and fried like mushroom snacks. And they go like every few months. So they go to Genting. Yeah. So it's like a bit of like a highland resort kind of thing. And on the way, because they take a bus over, so like on the way they will have like pit stops, and these pit stops usually cover like it's like little markets and food courts. So the little markets will have like snacks and stuff for people to bring back. Yeah, she will bring back a bunch. And I'll spend my childhood just eating all these snacks that she will bring back. Kind of miss them though, like especially like the mushroom snacks. Now they have it locally, like they sell packets of it, but it's so commercialized. You know, it's like a official brand from somewhere. But the ones that we used to get were from like a vegetarian restaurant, I think. And they will do their own packs. So it's kind of like homemade in a sense. So anyway, if you're seeing this horse and you're curious what this is for the Ren Fair that's happening in June. It's called Lion City Ren Fair, and it has a little spin on like our Southeast Asian roots rather than the medieval roots that typical Ren fairs have. So if you're interested, please look it up. A lot of people I know are involved in this project, and they are one of the most hardworking and earnest people I've ever known. Very true to their grit and their creative hearts. So I highly recommend checking them out as well. They're probably reaching at 5. Okay, sure. I'll see you at the gym. Can't wait to be like embarrassingly weak. In the trenches for real. It's been a god awful long time since I've been to like the gym, by the way. Like, oh my god. Physical health not in good shape, I must say. It's like I have a decent amount of muscles, but like not enough. I fear not enough. Another Ren Fair. Yep. Get gagged by the weighing machine later. No! It's time to like dead hang or something. Honestly, I wonder how those machines do it. So interesting. Is it pseudoscience or is it like actual science, you know? Imagine buff Ika. I'll be as buff as this horse that I'm painting right now. I say, draw me like one of your French girls, and then like, I come out like absolutely ripped at like the seams. I flex, and the buttons fly off. I'm also out of shape. At least the government pays me. The fuck? Oh, you mean, oh, like the service? Manly nay. I can't nay. I would like to do it. I thought about doing it for like 1 second. Whoa, horns. Yeah, horns. This is just not just horns, this is horns. You know, like jacked. So welcome in. After I broke my arm, I was like 90 kg. I'm trying to go back to like 50, 65 to 70. Oh man. Oh man. I feel your pain. It's similar for me. Like after I got my wrist injury, and I had to go for procedures for it, and all of the physiotherapy. Whoa! Thank you for the follow. Oh, your art is beautiful. Oh my god, thank you so much. Should I call you like E4? E4 CE? Let me know. But yeah, like after going through like physiotherapy and all that, like it just took like a huge hit to my physical health because I can't lift anything. I can't push anything. Force? Ah, okay. That's cool. Got a hella gorgeous. Y'all, you guys. Blush. Blush. But yeah, like I can't actually push, pull, or lift anything. Like for my wrist that has like the injury specifically, I have to like I can only use like those stretchy bands and do like daily like small exercises. Thank you for the reminder. I will save my work. So like all I can do is work out the other arm, which is kind of funny actually because technically one would be more ripped than the other. And then like well, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. Can you imagine not being able to lift anything? So like your shoulders, like your forearms, everything. You can't really work anything out. You have to find like special ways to get it, to get some resistance in. You know. Because the moment there's a bit of a twist in my wrist, that's it. It's gonna hurt the next day. Stop overstraining your wrist. It's hard because like I mean now I don't, but and I can't anymore because if I overstrain it one more time and like the injury comes back, I will have to go for surgery. Like it's no longer just an injection. It's gonna be a surgery. But like I don't anymore. But it's kind of hard because like you're essentially taking away a lot of the mobility you have in one hand and essentially your whole arm because it requires grip. So it's more of like a moderation kind of thing and it'll take a long time and like a lot of patience. So unfortunately when it's like paired with like, well, back then I had like my job and stuff, like you have to I had to find like very specific ways to work out and it was very hard to upkeep because of my job. So now I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna return to the gym. I'm gonna see what I can do. So hopefully this is better for me. But like, let's say if I'm traveling or like I need to move things around or like, you know, do cleaning and stuff, I have to be super careful. Like, my most recent trip also, like, I nearly overstrained it again. Because just pulling things, wearing things, taking off your bag, or putting things on, trying stuff, carrying stuff, moving your luggage around, oh my god, holding onto the poles and a train or something like that. It's a lot of wrist work that you just don't really notice until you start to feel the pain. And even wearing the guard is not great because technically I do need a custom guard to prevent myself from like rotating my wrist, and the commercial ones just are not long enough. But I don't have a personalized guard because my physiotherapist didn't think that it was necessary with like the progress I was making, but it still makes things quite difficult. And go get ready for class. Have a fun stream, cool squid. Thank you, Carl. have a good time at class. I had 2 operations, so I had physiotherapy 2 times, but those exercises always felt like unlocking a new power up. You're right, yep, you're. More for me is kind of like whatchamacallit. It's a test of how creative I can get. Or figuring out like a new way to like make sure I get the workout I need. And up to recently, like the way that was the most effective was basically going swimming. Because swimming technically is better on your joints. But unfortunate part was that shortly before my trip, I came back from my trip, got really sick, down with the flu, so like my respiratory system has been kind of affected, and I've kind of lost a bit of stamina. So when I went back to swim like a couple of days ago, oh my god, like whenever I reached the deep end of the pool, so like the middle of the lap, for some reason I could not breathe. Like I would take in air, but no air would go in, and that was a bit weird. Either it was like maybe it was too early. I don't know. I went in the morning or something. It was just like a little strange. And I even like went to the side of the pool just to take a break, and then the lifeguard was like, "Everything okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." Oh, it's so embarrassing. My god, I would consider myself like a fairly like seasoned swimmer. So yeah, that was a little bit weird. But I'm gonna harbor a guess is due to like the cold that I got. But yeah, like now what I would go back to swim again, but after Chinese New Year, because I am trying to maintain my hair. I went for a haircut, and if I go now, yeah, everything will get ruined. Hi Kai, an afternoon Ika stream, yeah. Sorry, like, for Force, like, this is your first time here, but I normally don't stream at this time. I might though, now that I'm unemployed. Hi. I miss my coworkers, man. How is you? I'm fine. I'm doing as well as I can do. Oh no, what happened? I lost my job. That's what happened. The industry is shit. Specifically, my company is not doing well. Yeah. Which is why I'm here. I think regardless of like how busy I was with my job, I would still like take up a lot of like side quests like this. Like I'm preparing for the Ren Fair. Just because I want to help out, you know, and be a bit involved. Thank you, I'm gonna save my work. But yeah, like now that I'm like jobless, I can engage in jobless behavior, for example streaming in the middle of the afternoon. And I can go work out, and I'm trying to get my health back in shape, because like the entire time juggling my job and like going to like gym or like swim afterwards was it took a special kind of stamina and something I was slowly building up towards to until I got a cold recently, so I had to restart again. But yeah, just trying to get some active lifestyle habits this year. Promised myself that I would get into some form of shape. And it so far is going well. Like I would say that like I'm sleeping very early. So by like 10 p.m., 10 and 11, I'm super sleepy. I'm like just like, oh, I need to go. And like Ginya is like not super happy about it because like Ginya's just like, no, you're going up too early, and I'm like, yo, you guys are staying up too late. Guys, sleep earlier. See you, Rosan. See you in a bit. Let's go jobless. Save me on the is the model frozen? Is it? I'm gonna join Rosan at the gym in a bit. So I'll continue for like another like 15 to 20 minutes and then I'll start to head down. Been also going to the gym for like 2 to 3 times a week. Damn! There's commitment! 2 to 3 times is a healthy amount. I want to get there. I want to do that too. Hey guys, I shall extend my hand to you. Can you imagine me reaching out towards you and being like, let's go to the gym together. Hey guys, let's take our health seriously. I was gonna say, let's take ibuprofen together. I'm like, nah. Could change Steam. You streamed until 10ish and then raid into Genya. Oh my god. Yeah, why not? That could work. You guys go to the same gym? Yeah. Can I imagine that from you? Me and Rosan live within the same-ish neighborhood, so it's really easy for us to meet up. Even though we don't often. Which is kind of funny. Yeah, we don't too. But like Rosan is like a 15-minute walk from me, if anything. If that says how close we are. Singapore is tiny, man. Damn is right, yep. I forget to color that part in, or is it just like leg? Did I decide to put leg out? I decided to put leg out. I see. Okay. Let's keep that. Let's make him a little sexy. My assignment for this like painting was literally like we need a Chinese New Year post, and we want like a sexy horse like the Zootopia 2 mayor. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take that. And then when I took it, Tapi was just like, yo, this was literally made for you. The hell? Like, you got the right one. And I'm like, yeah, the right assignment, yeah. I feel like because this is kind of like just a post of sorts that is not too serious, I would try not to be too detailed. I don't need to be, which is the reason like so I wouldn't want to hyper fixate on this and burn out. Try not to at least. But I'm having fun so far. I know once it comes to like the halfway mark, I'll be like, oh man, do I? But so far, it's a good pace. Keeping a close eye on the time so I don't overrun. Anyway, it's a Wednesday. I hope you guys are having like a good week so far. 2 more days to go, guys, before the end of the work week. And 2 more days to go till the Chinese New Year weekend. Also, like, oh my god, I feel that I may need to say this, but like, please do not come for my ass if I say Chinese New Year, because that is what we call it here in Singapore. Don't come for my ass. I've seen and I've heard of like people like starting a riot over just like it being either Lunar New Year or like Chinese New Year, which I feel is utterly stupid. Like, dude, like stop. Some festivals in the world are the same, but they're known as like different things based on like the society there and the community there. It's just a normal thing. I don't know why that there's like so much discourse over it. It's so annoying. Like, you don't get to police what I grew up with. Because it's Uma Musume year. People do that in other countries. Yeah. Yeah. It's annoying. Like, dude, who cares? Who gaff? Honestly, who gaff? It's the same fucking thing. But yeah, we were told to be a bit sensitive about it. Like, hey, like let's try to not use like Chinese New Year or nor Lunar New Year because people will fight about it. And like, to me as an artist, I'm like, who gaff? But for a social media PR person, maybe that matters, you know. So I get it. But like the people who actually argue about it, my god, please, please find a job, you know. Find some purpose in life. I think there are better things. Oh my god. Huh. Hey, holy shit. Here. Ah! Hi, what's up? Hello Raiders, welcome in. Sorry, oh my god. Yo, thank you guys for the follow too. Hey Hiragi, oh my gosh. You're here. What are you guys doing? Wait, I technically don't have a shout out thing like set up, but like I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah. How's your day so far? This is a rare time for me to stream at, so like it's like it's an odd timing for me to be here. But welcome in. I'm Ika. I am mainly an illustrator and I work in the games industry. Well, I used to. So yeah, I play a variety of games, and today is just one of the work days. We just chill here. A tiny community. Whoa, hot horse. Yep. Hi, Ika. I told everyone you're drawing ridiculously fine horse. Why is the horse so attractive? Okay, hear me out. So I was tasked by my local Ren Fair community to help with a Chinese New Year post, and the assignment was literally to make sexy horse with our mascot. So, whoa. What? Yo, that's what the gift sub. You got it. Holy crap. Thank you so much, Zarin VT. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Hon's hot. Thank you. Wait, let me make sure I didn't like miss out anything. Let me scroll out a little bit. Thank you for the follow earlier, original hamster. The you kittens have come to play. That's such a funny raid message. You guys are so cute. Earlier, what was maybe saying? I don't know why this horse gives me a Danghen vibe. Yeah, I think it's the color scheme. Actually. Thank you for the follow. The cookie is cookie. He vibes across the nation, the thoroughbred of sin. I hope you guys are having a great day, a great time. I'm not sure what time it is for you all, but if you guys need a rest, please do so. Otherwise, feel free to lurk, feel free to chat. I was actually gonna like head off in a bit. I'm about to head off to the gym. I am so jobless right now. I'll be so real. So I am like trying to get like my health back in check. I'm trying to get some good health routine back in, because yeah, a 9 to 5 was tough, man. It was tough. And I think you guys came in when I was like complaining about like social media. Swolika, yeah. I was telling everyone, like, if you wanted to, the next time you see me, I'll come in and I'll have like such ripped arms, and the moment I flex, like the buttons will fly off. Get horse swole. Horse swole. I want to get those legs. Like, have you guys seen those like slow-mo cams of horses running, and then you see like their muscles underneath like the shiny fur just glisten in the sun? They are so beautiful. I want the muscles of a horse. Maybe I don't want to run as fast as a horse, but I want the muscles of a horse. But damn. It would fly off and hit a person's head. You mean the buttons? Yeah. All those like fly through the window? Like a bullet? Oh, to be horse galloping in the fields. Running across with the sun setting. Oh man. Low-key terrifying though, like whoa, you can kick me across the ocean. Yeah, right? I think if I ever took one in like in the chest, I would just like instantly just you know, goodbye. See ya. I've only ridden a horse once in my life, I think. And that was when I was in Perth. When I was a kid. So I had like a little farm stay with my school. Like when I went on a school trip. And then we went there, and I got to ride on a beautiful black horse, if I'm not wrong. And stayed the night, got spooked by like flickering lights. Stepped over sheep poop everywhere. That was a great experience. I loved it. It was a very weak time of my life too. I remember listening to like I don't know Exorcist opening non-stop when I was there because I was like so homesick. Ah, man, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. My dad took a horse kick in the chest when he and my mom started dating. Oh my god. I hope he was okay. Like, did that break anything? I can only imagine like the force that goes into one of those kicks. Holy crap. The hell? That must have been like quite a time for your mom. Like, can you imagine? Like, you're dating this guy and like it's like, yeah, this is my new boyfriend. And then a week later he just gets kicked in the chest by a horse. What a story. What a story. I'm not built at all. Like I have like lacking muscles and sometimes I even have trouble carrying the groceries. So like I think if I get kicked by a horse like right now, I would probably like just pass out. I'm looking to rectify that, but it was semi-controlled since he was helping her do vet work on it. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not too bad, I hope. But that's cool. I would imagine that there's like there are a lot of horses where you are. Or at least farm animals. Where I am, it's like we don't have any. Singapore is just a very urbanized area. The farms are like in very specific parts of the island, actually. And we don't come across them often. But I must say, recently because of Uma Musume, the horse ranches have been gaining a lot of popularity, I think. Because I've heard of friends like just taking trips down to the ranches and just like trying to get a ride on the horses. It's really funny. Like prior to this, I've never heard of anyone like, oh yeah, to this weekend we are going down to like some ranch to ride horses. Like I've never heard of it. Okay, it was only after the Uma Musume thing happened and everyone was just like, yeah, we're gonna take a trip down to the ranches. Oh no, Exorcist, I'm so normal about that series. No, I get it! I freaking I love Rin. I love Rin so much. Rin Okumura, you are the edgelord of my soul. Singapore must have horse racing. We used to. They closed the last. What did they call it? The last track. They closed the last one. Recently, they're gonna redevelop the whole area into like a residential area. And they cited that it's just like, oh, this kind of entertainment is like falling out of practice and therefore we do not have a space for it anymore, which is kind of sad because a lot of the horses had to be rehomed and stuff, and to begin with there's not a lot of space in Singapore for that kind of thing. So I didn't realize, haven't been there in ages. Yeah, I dropped it after the art style change. There was an art style change? Did they change the mangaka? Or did the mangaka like change the style? I enjoyed it up to like the first movie released, and then like I stopped watching it. I mostly read it instead. But I just really love the opening because it's done by Yuvalwald. Yuvalwald, my goats. Oh, the anime. Okay. What people did for Haru was so wholesome. You still grind it through because it was still pretty good. Oh, okay. I just really enjoy the detail in the movie, like all the tiny little creatures, like the little demons, and just the detail in, I don't know, just every single frame is like quite crazy. You think about it. I was more amazed by the technical aspect than anything. I was like, yo, how much time did they spend on this? It's crazy. I was so surprised when the anime started getting more seasons. I also didn't vibe with the style change at first, but it's almost caught up to the manga. I'm very intrigued if it will see through to the end. Oh, really? Well, it's been so long, actually, for me. Like, when I was, like, raving about it, that was when it was... Jeez, that's so long ago. I was 12! I was 12! Damn, I am... Yeah. Dare I disclose my age, but like, yeah, damn. I'm more of the kind of like anime enjoyer that binges once all the episodes are out. So, like usually for ongoing series, I don't keep up. So that was what happened with Ao no Exorcist for me. It's just that like when I read through the manga, I was just like, oh okay, I can kind of get it, and then I caught up to the latest chapter, and that was where I dropped it off. And at that point, I think I can't remember even where I dropped off. There was so many arcs. There was so many arcs in, actually, like crazy amounts of arcs. You love Bond. Kura is a huge fan of Bond. I think that one of the first few conversations I had about anime with Kura was about Ao no Exorcist as well. They continued until season 5? You kidding me? Yo, that's nuts. I think that conversation was for me to show my cos. Yeah, I think so. He was talking about cosplay and stuff, and then you were like, oh, I cosplayed a really long time ago. It was born from Ao no Exorcist. And I was like, whoa, rare character actually. I never got the chance to cosplay from that series because I think at the point of time I was just too young and like I didn't have the resources to. But we were talking about like other kinds of cosplay, I think. Unfortunately, I got hooked with the ongoing BL office worker isekai, so I have to sit by waiting. The bean counter one? Is that it? The bean counter. I'm so bad with titles. I can't remember names. Oh, okay, good. Oh my god. I've been wanting to watch it. I saw this screenshot of it the other day on Twitter. Was it? No, actually it was just earlier, I think. And like, one of the characters being pinned down to the bed, and I was just like, "Oh, they animated that!" And then the guy who like was at the door, he's like, "Can I watch?" Yeah. Oh my god. I saw that. I was just like, "Okay, I gotta watch this." So funny. That's me. That's me. They're so cute. But I like the manga better so far. Oh, really? Okay. I have like a whole backlog of like stuff to read. Man, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh, oh, so much to do. This newfound freedom in my unemployment era is quite scary, I must say. But I'll be returning to like regular streaming with schedules after Chinese New Year is over. I intend to try to like do it a bit more consistently now that I have the time to, just to find some routine in my free time. And through that, I would like to go through my backlog of games. I also want to work on some personal projects that I have been putting off for a very long time. I want to work on a zine. Uh, and I'll also be working on a bunch of commissions to keep myself afloat. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's the plan. Pet Pazika, thank you. Alright, Kelly, if I'm coming over next time, bring a BL up. Random signed copy you found in Japan. What? Okay, sure. Since you've last been here, I have amassed a small collection of dojins. I must say. I must say. I went to Tora Noana and I actually found like a couple of like very safe for work dojins, and there was one from the orb fandom, like orb the movements of the movements of the earth, off the earth. My God. So what they did was that they compiled a bunch of facts about like the events that happened in the story of Orb, and they compared it to like the episodes and what happened in the manga. So like real world discoveries, and then compared it to like what happened in the manga, in a very like textbook format, and they have like the Irastoya kind of illustrations inside it, but of the orb characters. And this is a really thick book. This is like at least an inch thick. So can you imagine someone compiled and published their own like orb fan book just to like talk about like the similarities in like the anime, like sorry, the manga itself, and like the actual facts that came with like the scientific discoveries? It was so well. The quality of the book's crazy as well. Like whoever they got to publish it was woof. And then I got this like FF14 log book. It's super cute. Like it's basically this person drawing their wall and like their everyday day-to-day interactions with like the different NPCs, and it's like just it's pure comedy. It's so freaking cute. Like I can only read a little bit of Japanese, so when I was like going through it, I was already laughing. I was already on the floor. Like that's how good the comic is, because like you don't need much words. You just look at like the situation and you just like kind of know what's happening. Still have not seen your nice loots. Yeah, you have like I've been on 2 trips since like Kura has like came over. I can probably have like a stream where I just like show you guys like what I got. I know Ginya did it. You got haul soon? Yeah, probably. I can set it up again. Want to go over? Come. Maybe after Chinese New Year when I've when I've cleaned everything. Ah, kill me. I hope the New Year is going very well for you guys. I hope it is, because this period of the year is just so painfully busy. And it's like 4:34. I should get going soon. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day ahead for the rest of the evening, morning, afternoons. I'm not sure where you guys are from. I'ma head off. I'll check in again maybe later or tomorrow. We will see. Jim Wells Ika. Thank you. Okay. I'ma head off. And let me look if there's like anyone I can raid. Also, thank you so much for the follow, HigeFan29. Missed it earlier. And Grum Larkin also. It's been, oh, that was crazy. Don't forget to save. I will. Let me do a quick check. Go to Twitch. Do I have anyone? No, I don't. No one is online at this hour. God damn it. I will send you guys to a really cute stream that I just love to tune into every now and then. Damn, is it bad to say I would take both of them at the same time? You don't have to say it in a fight because we all know what you mean, Kai. Smiles. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys over to a pet cam. Twin. Oh, thank you for the follow, Elkinzi. I hope I pronounced that right. But okay, I'ma head off. I'll see you guys. Thank you for joining. And thank you for staying around if you guys are new here. See ya. Bye bye.